Phone theft is a growing global issue, but in the UK, particularly in London, it's reached alarming levels. Over the past year, the capital has seen a dramatic 150% rise in snatch thefts, where phones are grabbed directly from unsuspecting victims, often by thieves on bikes or scooters. The numbers are staggering. Of the 78,000 reported phone thefts across England and Wales, more than 58,000, roughly 74%, took place in London alone. And it's not just on the streets. People are posting their stories online too.
My phone gets snatched off my hand by some youth on a bike.
Then we spoke to police. The police was really useless. They was like, "You're not getting that back." And I was like, "Cheers."
I had my iPhone 16 Pro Max stolen in London.
I'm Med, and this is Expose, and I'm going to be exposing London's war against phones. I'm not going to lie, I've never had my phone stolen off me, but every time I'm coming out the station, waiting for a bus, or even walking home, that fear is installed in me. But I'm not the only one.
Oh God, I'm scared! Okay, I'm about to do it. I'm doing it!
Because a lot of what we do today is on our phones, a lot of our information, a lot of everything that centers around our day-to-day is on our phones. You taking someone's phone could literally wreck their whole day, their whole week. It's just not fair. It's just like really opportunistic and very wicked.
The public seems super aware of this, but what are the police actually doing to prevent this?
We're doing like a short little documentary on like the rise of phone thieves in London. It's only because there's been quite a few sort of like viral videos I've seen of people getting their phones stolen, so we just thought we'd jump.
We get 3 or 4 a day.
Although we didn't get much from the police, we did get a first-hand account from our anonymous source.
Basically got my phone stolen from a pub in Highbury in Islington. They come over with a newspaper, put it over the phone, then swiped it. Before you know it, it was in China. And then just sending abusive messages trying to get me to unlock it.
And it didn't just stop there. They started sending some disturbing videos.
I've told you many times how to do it, but you just don't listen. Let me show you how hackers do it today. Look at your ugly photos.
Well, it started off with like they were acting as Apple. So they were sending me images of how to erase it. That was repetitive. And as soon as you then don't reply or do anything, then come the aggressive
what
threatening
kind of
ones.
Aggressive messages? Is there any that I can read out? Or
Yeah, feel free.
Listen, I'm going to harass and wreck and ruin your sad, stupid, low, pathetic life. If it's not removed, you mindless peasant, you're going to be destroyed. I've killed for far less than a f***ing phone.
Stop playing with me, huh? Stop playing with me.
I know who you are and where you live, and your whole family will get slaughtered. I'm going to f***ing beat and f*** you horribly, you f***ing piece of absolute garbage. Waste of air, wow.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
And it goes on for ages.
Yeah, it's a big message. I'm currently paying 2 phone contracts because your mobile provider doesn't let you out of the contract.
Also doesn't care, no.
They don't care.
And then I managed to hunt down Fraser Knight, who went undercover with the Met Police to help track down these phone thieves.
There is a sort of sense of frustration that it is so difficult to catch these people. You speak about the bikes and them weaving in and out of streets. It's unbelievable, really, how fast they move.
Yeah, of course. And what role do police play in addressing these thefts, and how successful have they been in like recovering stolen phones?
It is one of their big priorities that they're trying to crack down on this, but we know there's still a huge issue there. People phone for a police officer and sometimes they just don't show up. And that causes a huge amount of frustration. But I also think there's another side to this as well, and that is actually the technology companies aren't working with them to help them reunite the devices with their owners.
Really?
There was one story where the police said that they'd recovered, I think it was about 12 phones that they found in this one house. The guy had wrapped them in tinfoil and put them on the roof, thinking that would stop the location tracker from finding them. It didn't. But then when they went to the likes of Apple and Samsung, they said, we have these phones, can you tell us who they belong to? And they said, no, we can't do that because of privacy.
We're at one of the busiest stations in London, Old Street, and we're gonna see how long it's gonna take for me to get my phone stolen. Don't worry, it's fake. And there you have it. It took us 36 minutes to get robbed. I felt vulnerable as so let's get out of here before it actually happens.
After that very vulnerable experience, I wanted to flip it on its head and see what goes through the minds of these phone snatchers. Although this is a reenactment, the statements are all true, and these are quotes from an ex-phone thief.
What got you into sort of like the phone thefts and stuff?
I mean, I had to do what I had to do, innit? Like, these people walking around the street, not paying attention to their own belongings, like, it's gonna get taken. Be aware of your surroundings, because not everyone's a good person. Like, people are gonna take your phone. Like, it has to happen. Like, I don't want to do it. I didn't want to do it. Like, I know people got their own lives to live and stuff, but, you know, everyone's got insurance these days. Like, it's not that deep. For me, it was life or death.
I've learned that getting your phone stolen is a scary thing to happen. And it's never really a personal attack. It's business to the person who's stealing your phone, but at the same time, the victim is not going to be thinking the same thing. And I do feel like the police can do so much more to help these victims into getting their phones back, even gaining mental confidence again, because, you know, it's scary, right?